Hello everyone, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 5th edition. Last time we had quite the rogue gallery, taking out many of the goblins in this area while sneaking with Astarion, and then we came through, murdered our way through the rest of it whilst managing to keep Astarion alive after he was pushed off a cliff. I say a cliff, the rafters in this room. And now the Druid Halcyon has something to say to us now that we have successfully killed the 3 leaders of this place. We've done our part. Now tell us about Moonrise.
Let's get out of this pit, firstly. Return to the Grove. I'll make my own way there. I can see to some matters there, and we can discuss what comes next amidst more bucolic surroundings than here.
Right, so he's run off. We've got some XP. I would like everybody, please, to gather in a relatively safe corner. So that the very first thing I would like to do is take a nice short rest. Refreshes us on hit points, gives us back some of our short rest refresh abilities. And with that done, let's see how we're doing for encumbrance on everyone. Not bad at all, really. Gale and Akidis have lots of room in their pockets.
No one's stopped me yet.
So, time for a spot of looting. Now, obviously, Draw Ragslin is going to be the main suspect of our looting here. Speak with Dead, a key, and Faithbreaker. Rare martial mace weapon, or warhammer. 1d8 bludgeoning, 2-handed 1d10 bludgeoning. A hand-like brand stamped into the leather handle obscures the notches that would normally signify a hobgoblin's rank. Weapon enchantment +1, absolute power action. Equip item to gain backbreaker, concussive smash, and weakening strike. Well, we are not proficient with such a weapon, but we will take it to possibly sell on or equip to
These boots have seen
Lae'zel, if the time is ever right. Now, there are still some foes in this dungeon. We're not completely out of the woods yet. But Scrolls of Aid and Guiding Bolt are very welcome. This is the smoke powder satchel I didn't get a chance to explode previously.
anything of use.
Scroll of Hold Person is an interesting one. A bomb. 3d4 plus 9 force damage. Interesting. No one proficient with medium armor. But hey, for 2 weight and 300 value, we'll take some more of this stuff. There is a dead mind flayer here. Nothing in their pockets. A scroll of Speak with Dead.
I need more pockets.
Steal that. What interaction do we get with this throne, or is it literally
Carry me.
sit in it? It is just sit in it. It's got 20 hit points. What if we break it? Preferably more quickly than this. Ah, yeah, that's better. Anything in the rubble of the chair? No? Fair enough. A couple more foes on this side. Warlock Bolt, did we get you? You sound like you'd have good things, yes. Scroll of Fog Clouds, Scroll of Sleep. Some jewellery.
Moving ahead.
Sharp Eye Rue. Roaring Thunder Arrow, Fire Arrow, we were looking for one of those earlier. And another light crossbow.
Another step forward.
Alright, with that stuff all looted, I think we should have the key now to get through this iron gate at the back. And back here there are many chests holding many things. Gold. Jewellery. Amulet of Saloon's Chosen, Saloon's Dream Cantrip. Helmet of Grit. When the wearer has 50% or less hit points, they have an additional bonus action. That's probably one for Astarion, or maybe Akidis, if we want to manipulate our sorcery points. We can do create or create spell slots in the gaps in between. And some other pennies.
Moving in.
So that's the bulk of the looting there done. So I don't know if we're going to bother trying to get back to the Druid's Grove. The Druid's Grove is far away.
What now?
And our interests are down in the Underdark.
No time to dally.
At the ready.
So let's get everyone sneaking again.
I've got a long road ahead.
And Astarion, if you'd be so kind as to lead the pack. There is a door on what is our right-hand side in the next chamber, past here, that we want to enter. Now there's this guy in a cage. Can't see if these three are the three that came and interrupted our fight, or if we've already killed them. But we'll leave that be. But off in this direction,
Not a sound.
there is another ladder to get up here, if we wish to. And the door we want to get through is this one here. Now also across here there are a few folks running a shop that has some pretty good gear in it, but they're not typically friendly towards folks like us after we've done quite so much murdering. And there's still another 7, 8 goblins around here, which is a fairly bad time. If we climb the ladder, I don't think there's any convenient way for us to get down over here. And if we wanted to sneak through here, we'd have to jump up to here before we can progress through, or get all the way down the stairs and all the way across again. Now the other option is to come up top here. Has this changed? There used to be a whole area you could stand at the top of this ladder, unless it's just not loading correctly because it's having problem loading vertical geometry. There it is, look. Great big chest there. So if we just jump over this piece of wall, please. The rest of the party should follow. We can get this wooden chest. There's a silver tray, a silver glass, and then down there is the shop, and down there is the door we want. Now here's a question. Do we have any scrolls of Featherfall? We do have one scroll of Featherfall. Now we could teach it to Gale so that he can then cast Featherfall at our convenience forever. But unfortunately, if he was to put it into his spellbook now, we would learn the spell, but we would not have the spell prepared. We would need a long rest before we can prepare new sets of spells. So is there any other reasonably safe way to get down here?
Just like old times.
Right, let's split the party slightly. Right, that jump, relatively safe. There's a chest there, perhaps Shadowheart and her slightly higher strength could grab that. We cannot stand on this ledge here. We can stand on this ledge here, but these guys are all a threat to us. They are surrounded by explosives that we could try and blow up. That is something that is happening over there. It's a lot of explosives. I do wonder though
See me coming.
if blowing all that up might roll initiative for everything else that's going on around. Do we have a candle or a torch? Does not look like we do. Shadowheart does.
I have to survive this.
Hey Shadowheart, could you come join us down here a moment, please?
Darkness, guide me.
Before we forget, I'll be able to make this jump. We are. I will look in the chest. We get some gold and a ring. Then back onto the beams.
Quiet as a shadow.
And if you could please drop a candle right here. And then light it. Astarion, please take your ranged weapon and dip it in the candle.
A little spice.
And then very quickly shoot that. Alright, those enemies are dealt with. There's still a sea of foes out here, but those 3 shopkeepers are no longer a threat to us. Which also means, if we take our candles with us please, we can now hop down onto this ledge, and then with some relative safety, jump down into this chamber if we don't want to jump into this chamber first and loot all of the stuff out of it. Which I think...
Nice and quiet.
we get Misty Step back per short rest, so... we're getting real into the D&D plot here, aren't we? Let's get...
to keep going.
the Sorcerer with Misty Step. Before we even go down there... no, because we can Misty Step while over encumbered if we want to, I think. What do you mean too high? We're going down. Right, we take 2 damage from the fall, which is no real problem. Then on the corpses of these traders, we have all kinds of magical weapons. We have +1 chain shirt. Right, we're officially encumbered already. The rest of this we don't need. And there's one more somewhere. There you are.
Something good here, I hope.
I don't think anyone else is proficient in longbows, but we'll grab one just in case. Ugh! Would you please stay dead? Thanks very much.
Soft.
Also, this door is open and there are baddies out there, which is not fun. Right, there was a chest around here somewhere full of gold, but I think it's been obliterated, and as such, any of the chance to get the gold has also been lost to us. So... we're going to Misty Step back up this ledge. Then we need Gale and his deep pockets to hop on down.
It shall be done.
And then we can do a little bit of inventory trading here. Let's just sort by weight a moment. Chain shirt +1. Shadowheart. Do you actually benefit from this at all?
Work to do.
Scale mail +1 is 15 +2. This is 14 +2. No disadvantage on stealth rolls, but ultimately a lower AC. The bomb, let's give that to Shadowheart as well, because she's got the most strength. She's going to have the biggest throw distance. +1 longsword is nice, but not needed. Absolute's warboard should probably be equipped by Shadowheart if she
Afford to stay idle.
is the only one who can equip a shield. Might as well have a magical one. Right, that puts us all below our carry limits.
Need to tread softly.
So now, as a party, we are going to, as quietly as possible, please, all together, jump down the last bit of cliff here. Right, I guess it's not going to automatically make us jump in a capacity that could injure ourselves. Astarion has lost his 3 temporary hit points, but we did gain health earlier when we short rested, so it's not so dramatic.
Most excellent.
Taking my time in the shadows.
And last but not least, we can fetch the party back together. Anything over here that we want? Doesn't seem to be. Where is this scroll of guiding bolt? Can't reach. Game cannot decide where that scroll of guiding bolt is. That's fine. We are just going to come through here to this ornate locked door. Right, then we enter the defiled temple.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
And through here we find Polma, bodyguard of the High Priestess. Now we're going to want to try and make
Trust no one.
a swift work of this.
Step carefully.
Are we having problems with ladders today, folks?
Stepping softly.
Alright, well, we're not going to be using that ladder today. Where can we stand where we wouldn't be seen? Nowhere really. We have to wait for her to turn around.
Stay low.
And then all together kill the ogre really quickly. Yeah, that is how we draw our weapons. They are surprised, which is lovely.
On I go.
Shadowheart. They're going to make their dex saves, which is no fun.
Let's turn someone inside out.
We are going to... I think now is a perfect time for a big chromatic orb. Very nice, very nice. Let's put ourselves just in a corner where we might be able to hide next time. They are surprised, so they don't get a turn in the opening orbit. And I think one of these. Only one hit. I'm ashamed of you, Gale.
Where do I go from here?
Right, Achilles, do we dare try and use the ladder? No.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Let's go with not. But we can get advantage on our giant chromatic orb here. Good damage, good damage. Back to the top of the order. They are hamstrung, which is wonderful. So their movement speed is reduced by 50%. They might even have trouble getting over to us if this is 30 feet.
Let's have some fun.
I don't suppose we can hide
Leave no
in this
trace.
spot. Oh, we can. Nice and simple. More XP that we don't need. This door is locked now. I don't see anything of interest in here, but I don't ever remember this door being locked, unless it was trapped.
Like a wraith.
But why would it be trapped inside of the prison?
Tread carefully.
No perception checks to be made or anything? Potion of poison.
Mind if I do?
Scroll of hold person. Are these torture implements or something? In any case, I'm grateful to have them.
One step at a time.
There's a scroll of acid arrow hiding under this bench.
Let's be quick.
And on this altar, potion of poison, scroll of burning hands,
What's that?
and a pouch. Gold necklace, some extra jewellery, scroll of burning hands,
Tread lightly.
then Palmer, an extra supply pack. We've got more than enough of those at the moment. Although that said, we are outside of our area of our own camp, so our food supplies might not be available to
Subtle
us.
steps.
A padlock key, 3 potions of greater healing is amazing. Split those, I think.
Things feel different.
Most excellent.
Illuminatar's Aid. Non-cantrip spells deal an additional 1d4 force damage whenever the wearer drops to half their hit points or lower. I think that one could be for Gale. Especially because we're at half our hit points now. Not that I expect any more immediate fights. But we do have quite the options in our
I venture
magic equipment now. At some point in our last campaign with Will and Grace, I found a Ring of Dark Vision for Grace. Except I can't remember where or when we acquired it, and as such we may well have already been past it, and that's going to be a pain because I'd love to give it to Gale at our earliest convenience.
These plates can be rotated. Most likely for a reason.
Hey, someone saw this.
Oh, for a skeleton key.
I was very worried we wouldn't see this then. Right, inspiration please. Or thieves tools. We have 12 thieves tools. Thank you. So doing that opens this door here, which saves you doing the slightly time-consuming puzzle.
Over here.
I solved the puzzle on my first pass through this dungeon, and so I don't feel the need to do it again, although you can get a small amount of extra XP if you need it by doing it, even if you've unlocked the gates using the other one. And this is a new animation. That is really emphasizing quite how deep you go to get to the Underdark, isn't it? That looked safe. Alright, we have made it down to the Selûnite outpost. So we've entered the Underdark, as you can see, out in the vastness of what's to come. But for now, we are going to explore the Selûne outposts and get a long rest in us before we carry on further. But that will come next time. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.